Welcome back to Fallingfoxgaming, everybody. I'm your host Blaine, and today we're picking up with some more Kenshi. As Oyer lies in bed resting, X16 and F0X watch over him, guarding him and protecting him to the best of their abilities. They feel as though they've already failed him, but they will stand watch until he either recovers or passes, hopefully painlessly in his sleep. Let's find out how we got here. As the trio prepare to head out, they feel as though they've kind of overstayed their welcome. The swampers don't seem to want them around very much, and they feel it's time to go check out this swamp village that they were told about. To check it out to see if they could find any more information about these so-called bandits that are in this area. It's strange that they haven't heard anything yet, and it's weird that nobody is willing to talk about it. But that's fine. They'll have to continue their investigation elsewhere. And they feel as though this may be the last time they'll be returning to Shark. The people don't want them around, and it seems as though by staying here, they're only inviting aggression upon themselves. And so they potentially say goodbye to Shark once and for all. As the gang approach this little swamp village down here, they decide that it's too dangerous to all head in at one time, just in case it's an ambush. So X16 here is going to actually enter the village on his own, and F0X is going to follow a little bit closer, but Oyer is going to stay out of sight. So we're going to move up just a bit, so that way the gang can kind of get into position, just in case there is an ambush. We don't want to be caught off guard and end up in a trap where we can't escape. Alright, so now that X16 is a little bit closer, let's take a look at what the village has to offer. I see there are some people here on some crossbows, there's some farmlands, several buildings, but I don't know if there's any shops or anything. Doesn't really look like it. Those aren't the shop type of buildings. The one on the right is a shop, but not the standard one. It's one where someone stands outside and sells stuff. I think we're just going to have X16 go in. I don't see anything dangerous around, so let's go ahead and move F0X up just a little bit. I do want to kind of have X16 and F0X near each other. They're the two that can handle a pretty good fight. So let's have X16 kind of poke around the village and see if anything happens. Inside the village, X16 met a friend. His name is Takao. He's actually a local drug dealer, the only vendor in this small village, actually. He tells X16 that they need to run. There was supposed to be an ambush here for Oyer, but their reputation of who they are has made it down here, and Takao doesn't want anything to happen to Fox or his crew. He says that if it hasn't already happened, an ambush is going to happen soon. They need to flee as soon as possible. Upon heading back to the rendezvous point, F0X is nowhere to be found. He can see footprints, many footprints, leading in multiple directions. Wait, where is Oyer? What happened to Oyer? Oh no. X16 begins medical treatment of Oyer immediately. His wounds are grave. Slashes, stabs, and even toxins are found in his system immediately. X16 is not a medic, but he'll do the best he can. For now, he hopes that F0X is okay, and now he'll hopefully return. In fact, he hears F0X returning now. They must immediately rush back to Shark. Even though they're not welcomed, it's their only chance for Oyer to survive. As they rush back to Shark, X16 questions F0X about what happened. He says there was an ambush. Several men ambushed Oyer while F0X was keeping an eye on X16. It had been a very well executed plan. Something that he feels he should have foresaw. F0X feels as though he's failed Oyer. It doesn't matter how good the ambush was, he should have seen something like that coming. They should have never left Oyer on his own. Returning back to Shark and putting him in a bed where the partitions will separate him from the would-be assassins. F-Zero-X mentions that the 5 men at the bar, sitting on the crates, they are the attackers. It only takes a few seconds for X-16 to see the amount of damage that F-Zero-X was able to cause upon the attackers. F-Zero-X is minorly injured, but nothing to be worried about. They must now wait and hope that Ripper will send word back with what their next move should be. With Oyer in this condition, they're in no spot to move on any sort of bandits. While they wait, they assess the condition of Oyer and the men at the bar. These 5 would-be attackers are going to be the primary problem that the trio face from now on. They can't engage them here in Shark because most likely the Swampers will all stick together and that will leave them outmatched. For now, they have to hope that no one attacks them or acts aggressively. They can't afford a fight here. The pair are great fighters, but there's no way they could handle the entire town. Oyer looks to be in very rough condition. It is very uncertain whether or not he will survive long. All they can do is monitor his vitals and hope that he recovers on his own. The following evening, without their knowledge, allies were arriving in town here in Shark. Ripper had made a deal, had called in a favor. While it is not the allies of skeletons that were promised, instead, a mercenary group, led by the infamous K1T, Kit as she was called. The mercenary Shek are a powerful group. They won't take shit from the Swampers. If they need to, they'll burn the city to the ground. Oyer will recover. And they'll see to it that those that caused him injuries will be brought to justice. Kit has heard of the Fallingfoxgaming and is excited to work for them. Knowing that F-Zero-X is on the team has made Kit a little bit excited. In fact, Kit is made off the same model as F-Zero-X, and so she's always wanted to meet him. If the rumors are true and he's a good fighter, she wouldn't mind having him on her team, in her band. But that's not why she's here. Her deals are solid. She has made a promise that she will serve the trio here for as long as they need. Payment will be discussed afterward. As for now, she mentions that her mercs are more than up to the challenge of protecting them. If anyone causes a problem, they'll have to go through them first. Those with direct ties to the bandits quickly make themselves scarce. They head out in force so as not to draw the attention of the gang, the mercenaries. It's time they prepare for a war. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.